Now I can see my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. Shubharan, how are you doing, my friend? How is everyone doing? Let me just bring up the comments. Really sad for James. Would have surely started in the World Cup. I know, right? I don't know what. We don't know the actual confirmed news yet, but it seems like he's going to be out. Now, I haven't done anything with James as well in my team because, to be honest, I can't think of a defender who I want. And at the same time, instead of moving for a defender, I'm thinking of doing a striker replacement of Greenwood to potentially Edward. Now, I don't know how smart this will be. I don't know how stupid it'll be. I don't know whether he'll play minutes. But the fixtures are good. Will he get minutes? I don't know. We'll have to see. His last two games have been pretty decent in terms of minutes. But yeah, I might play him and see. But yeah, really disappointed with Reece James. Was, I think, going to the World Cup. Could have been a really great player for them as well. For England. Hopefully, we don't know, right? We still don't know. Hopefully, it's nothing too bad. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, nothing too bad. How are you doing, by the way? I think this will be the plan. Hold on to James for one more. Oh, actually, hold on to James just for this weekend to see if any defenders stand out. And then go for that. I'm thinking about Liverpool. I just want to see if Liverpool's defense improves. Now, there's news that there's potentially Konate also injured. Now, I don't know what that means for Liverpool's defense in general. So, I have no idea where I'm going to go at the moment, per se, to be honest. So, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But this is basically what the team is looking like for this week at least. Alright, now still don't know about Mitrovic. I'm wondering whether I should. I'm thinking of doing the move because Greenwood to Edward. And then obviously start Edward instead of Mitrovic. Mitrovic first sub. I don't think Mitrovic is going to play too much. I don't think he'll start. The news wasn't very positive. So still unsure about a few things with regards to Mitrovic. Let me give me a few seconds. I will be back. Let me just quickly go and get something. I forgot that my mic moved. Bro, what are the best James replacements? And Ryan has turned to John Cena. No, I'm back. I just had to get rid of the jacket. It was too warm. Best James replacements. Well, for me, I prefer the Brighton assets as the first. I'm back. I prefer the Brighton assets at the moment in terms of James replacements if you wanted. If not, then I would say Spurs. You could go for Spurs. In terms of Spurs, the most safest pick is probably Eric Dyer. But I think Spurs will concede a goal against United in the second game week. So then you're most likely looking at one clean sheet potentially. This is assuming you already have Cancelo and Trippier, by the way. The other options are depending on, let's say, if you can manage, let's say you can manage the blanks of Arsenal and City, and if you can take another Arsenal player, then it would be Ben White, assuming you can take another Arsenal player. If not, after all of that, let me bring it up actually. If not after all of that, then you're scraping the barrel for trying to find defenders who will be decent enough. There aren't any standout options, which is unfortunate, but it is the case. You're looking at Spurs assets, but expect them to concede in game week 12. Liverpool maybe, but obviously it's a tough game for this one. Start Andreas or Mitrovic? I'm thinking of starting Andreas. I'm a bit worried that if Mitrovic does play, he might come on as well. I'm not really sure. That's a very 50-50 call. I might start Andreas. That's what. So I'm thinking of like moving Greenwood out to do Edward. I still haven't decided on this move. But if there are any Crystal Palace fans in the chat, let me know. Because this is something potentially I'm thinking of. But in terms of Andreas versus Mitrovic, it's a very tight call. I would probably go maybe Andreas because we know he'll get more minutes. Mitrovic, we're not really sure. There's a potential for Mitrovic to play, but I don't know how many minutes. That's the only problem. So it depends on how much risk you want to take. So I think I might go for Edward. I can't see a reason why I probably wouldn't go for Edward. Unless anyone else give me... Well, the problem is I would like a Solanke instead probably, but for budget reasons, I was looking at my team and the moves I would make. He would prevent me from doing some moves, so that's why. Number 29 in the league. Let's have a look at Shubhan's team. What is it like? Where are we? Okay, number 29. You are doing really well, my friend. Shame on City. So obviously you also have Rich James issues, right? But you would probably, I mean, you can, or you have Guehi as well. Kilman, you could potentially start Kilman. It's not a bad idea to start Kilman, to be honest. 0.8 in the bank. You had 2 free transfers. Suggestions for James defender, can bench him and play Trippier plus Pope. Yeah, you could do that. Or you could go for a Brighton defender if you wanted to. 2 good game weeks, but then after that 2 hard game weeks. So you might want to look into your team in the next couple of weeks, see where you stand. But for the next 2 weeks, I don't mind a Brighton defender, to be honest. Or there's the high upside in Doherty. But keep in mind, Doherty is just like a 2 game week punt and that's it. If you want a more safer Spurs pick, Eric Dyer. I think I prefer Eric Dyer over Doherty at the moment, just because of Doherty's mates problem. Dyer would probably be the more sensible. But again, this all depends on budget and what other moves. Because you might want to bring in Saka, you might want to bring in a Foden later down the week. I mean, later down, like in game week 13 or so. So then you need to see whether you have enough budget and everything for all of that. So have a look at all of that and just tell me how much budget you'll have left. And based on that, we'll probably find a defender if you wanted to make one. So for me as well, I'll show you guys. Like if I was to go on FPL.team, right? So obviously Trent isn't there. I bought in Webster. So now I was thinking, okay, for game week 11, my team would be something like this at the moment. But I was thinking, okay, I maybe move Greenwood out and I get Edward in with my 2 free transfers. Mitrovic, we don't know if he'll start, so we'll put him here. We'll put Mitrovic first sub, and this will be the team I was thinking, right? And then I was going, okay, game week 12, what would the team look like? I can bench my lads. I hope Mitrovic by then is fit, where he will come. And then obviously Rich James has to move. So Rich James, I wasn't sure who we move Rich James for. Now this is a very uncertain position. So for now, I'm gonna just say, let's put a 5 mil. Let's put a Liverpool. Let's put Konate in there for now, right? I don't know whether Konate will be fit or not, but let's just put him in there for now. So then we go to that will be game week 12. I have 11 players, and I move to game week 13, and I go, okay, Maddison plays Wolves. I would like a Saka as well, if possible. I could probably move. I would probably start all of these guys. Webster will drop for. And it'll be something like this. I could potentially even drop. Where is this? I could probably move Leeds, Andres out, and I would probably want, let's say, a Saka. Right? Now, if I wanted a Saka, I have 0.4 in the bank. Go to game week 14. Maddison plays City. Maddison's fixtures change. Bring in Foden. I still have enough money. So you might want to keep all of those. You might want to think of all of those while making a move this week, at least for one of them. And also, who subscribed just now? Someone subscribed. And I just missed it. So thank you to whoever subscribed. So yeah, that is my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Arsenal defender from game week 13 or triple Arsenal attack? Good question. I like the depends on the forward line. You could go one of two ways. Depends on your defense as well. You could go Arsenal attacker if you had the money. I probably don't think I'll have a triple Arsenal. I'll have enough for a triple Arsenal attack unless Saka, obviously something happens. I could potentially do triple Arsenal defense if I wanted to. Like I can go a Saliba or Ben White. Sorry, I mean Arsenal defender and then 2 Arsenal attack. It all depends on your budget. I don't mind an Arsenal defender because their fixtures, right, from a defensive point of view, is pretty solid after that. You have Southampton, Forest, Chelsea, the only tough game, but then Wolves. Pretty solid defensive games out of the 4. And we'll do a wild card for anyone who's doing a wild card in Game Week 13. We'll have a wild card podcast as well. Now, Game Week 12, I don't know if we'll be able to have enough time to do a podcast, but we'll have a podcast before Game Week 13 for sure. And I'll probably get Roy, who's playing his wild card during then as well. So you guys can have wild card discussion. But this is where I am looking like at the moment. Now, Greenwood to Edward is probably what I am thinking of at the moment. It's a short-term punt. Whether it'll pay off or not is a different story. But just because of budget and like the moves I showed you guys, he allows me to do that. If I was to bring in Solanke, who I know will play more minutes, it's a bit of a it's like a harder thing to do. Because I can't bring in the likes of Saka or Ford or anyone with Solanke. Sean, how are you doing? Welcome. Hey Ryan, good to see you. How are you doing, Sean? Hope you had a great day, great week. So yeah, this is basically my situation right now. How is everyone doing? What's the team looking like? How many flags? Are you guys in World Cup mode with so many flags, or what's the situation with your teams? The other thing I'm wondering is if yeah, I think I might want to do the move because I don't know if Mitrovic will start. If Mitrovic I knew started, then it's fine. But like, yeah. Oh well. Thoughts, Connor? How are you doing? Welcome. Thoughts on Trossard for Andres Pereira and Mitro back in starting team? Well, we don't know if Mitro will start. That's the only issue. But Trossard for Andres Pereira is not too bad. I like that move. And I think he'll be a very highly captained option. Now that you mentioned Trossard, I haven't even thought about Trossard and what situation I'll be in for Game Week 12. I didn't even think about Trossard. Yeah, I think Trossard's a good option for this week and next week if you wanted to. The only problem is I don't know if Trossard will I don't know if Mitrovic will start or not this week. That's my one issue. We don't know that information. But Trossard is good for next week, I think. Even if you want to. This week as well is good. You can play him. I completely forgot about Trossard. I can't believe I completely forgot about Trossard. But I might want a Trossard potentially. Especially as they play Forest for next week. Which I completely forgot about here. So I'll have to see. Maybe I play like... I don't know what I'll play. We'll see. The problem is I have too much value stacked up in Martinelli. Which is a slight issue. Which forces me from not making a move for him out. That's why. If Trent out for Koulibaly earlier this week, now James is down too, which I have no choice but to play Andres. But Mitrovic is in my squad too. Should I take a -4 to replace James? Who are you going to replace James to, Sean? That's the question. Do you have a James replacement? If you do have a solid James replacement, then yeah, might as well, because, and also it depends on how, like, is the James replacement a long term or a short term punt? If it's a short term punt, you might as well do it now and just make the maximum of that -4. Was thinking about captaining him as Mwemu out. He will most likely play second striker. Trossard. Well, I don't. It depends. If you want to, you could potentially. It's a very differential, but I'm happy to captain Haaland. Like, I've been looking at injury news for Liverpool, and like their defenders are falling like flies, man. They're getting so many injuries that defenders are just falling like flies. What would be your James replacement? For me, my James replacement would potentially be, if you had Webster, or if you didn't have Webster or a Brighton defender, I would go for a Brighton defender. After that, there are the options in potentially a Doherty as a very punty move. A safer Spurs move would be an Eric Dyer. I'm assuming you already have Trippier and Cancelo. Depending on Game Week 12 and how you handle the blanks, if you can handle the blanks in Game Week 12 and if you're willing to take another Arsenal player, Ben White, but then that's only if you can like bench Ben White in Game Week 12. If you can't, don't do it. After that, it's very slim pickings. I have considered Diego Dalot as well. I know it's tough fixtures, but I have thought about that. Wolves, maybe, but I probably still don't rely on Wolves. I have also considered slightly of Aston Villa. Now, Aston Villa's fixtures aren't too bad, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Okay, Chelsea's a bit hard, but then after 12 is not too bad. So yeah, there aren't too many options, unfortunately, which is a pain because there's no standout option. It's so hard to right now make a decision on. Assume, like in my case, I've already got the Crystal Palace defender, I already have the Brighton defender, and I've got Cancelo and Trippier. So I have no idea who to go for James for. Like, there's no standout defender for me right now. At least not in this game week. Because any defender I might want might potentially have a tough fixture this game week. So that's another issue. So yeah, that is the situation we are in right now. What's everyone's? Is everyone's problems Rich James only? Do you have other players? If you guys can bench James without taking a -4, I don't mind doing it for 1 week, and then next week you try and get a defender that you like. Ian says, what transfers do I make? Ian, what's the team do? I don't know your team. You might have to put your team. Will, how are you doing? Welcome. How's your team looking like? Is it just full of World Cup mode and flags everywhere, or do you have players actually playing? Also, any Palace fans in here? I have the same 11, but Raya and Tony. Okay. Nice. Any Palace fans in here? I'm thinking of doing Greenwood to Edward. Just because I was like, in terms of budget, Edward is the only one who I can potentially get, who has good fixtures and won't impact my future transfer moves. Anyone else a bit more pricier, I think they impact my future transfer moves, unfortunately. I haven't really considered any options for James, but waiting to hop on to Saliba after Game Week 12. But if short term, maybe Dyer or Webster, like what you said. Yep, I would agree, Sean. I would probably agree with that. I think short term, Brighton first. After that, every other defender you look at right now potentially gets 1 out of 2 clean sheets. Now, Brighton also potentially might get only 1 out of 2 clean sheets or even 0 out of 2. That's just a possibility. But they look more likely to get 2 clean sheets than any other team at the moment, at least what I think. Done Trenton, James to Trippier and Webster. Okay, yes, you didn't have Trippier before, so that's fine. Nico and Greenwood to Joe Gomez maybe and Mitro. Joe Gomez, yeah, Joe Gomez could be a case. Now, Will, is the news about Konate injured actually true? Or is he not injured? Because I was thinking of Konate for next week, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, Ian has put his team. What transfers do I make? Rhea, Iverson, Trippier, Cancelo, Justin, Nico Williams, James, Salah, Madison, Martinelli, Zaha, Andreas, Haaland, Tony, Mitrovic. So your team would look like you'll have Rhea, Trippier, Cancelo. Who is Leicester playing again? Oh, wait. The Crystal Palace. No, so you'll have Trippier, Cancelo, Salah, Madison, Martinelli, Zaha, Andreas, midfield. So you'll have 3-5-2 potentially. So you need to pick up a defender, Ian. No money in the bank, 2 free transfers. You probably need to pick up a defender. I would probably just do, in your specific case, I would go James to like a Webster or James to a Dunk. One of the 2 Brighton defenders. Because you don't have a Brighton cover and I don't mind a Brighton defender at the moment. If you wanted a bit more punty, you could go a Spurs defender. But yeah, a Brighton defender for you wouldn't be a bad idea. And then obviously roll the second transfer, because then I think you'll play a back 3, probably a midfield 5 and a forward 2. Assuming Mitrovic doesn't start. You could potentially start Mitrovic over Andres, but it's up to you on that. That's a 50-50 call on who you prefer to start. I am slightly leaning towards Andres, but that's mainly because I think he'll play more minutes compared to Mitrovic, who could come on and get just 1 point. That's also a possibility. Haven't seen any actual news, just that he missed training. Oh, okay. So I don't know, it was reported Thiago missed training a couple weeks ago and he was fine. Okay. Hopefully not too bad. Do you have any predicted lineups? I can look for that. Yes, let me get it up. Let's see if they've done any predicted lineups. Going to do predicted lineups this week will not be easy, but I think we have a couple predicted lineups. So let me bring on, this is Emma from Jump the Wave, up here for you guys. I don't have cash for Dunk or Webster. I don't have the cash for Dunk and Webster for Justin. I've thought of that. No, I meant James instead. You have Reece James, right? Can't you do James to like one of the Brighton defenders? That's a possibility. Or you could start Justin, to be honest. That's another possibility. Although don't expect a clean sheet. Okay, so Arsenal predicted lineups. Doctor, how are you doing? Welcome. What's the status with Zuma? Any idea? In terms of Zuma? Has David Moyes said anything? Arsenal predicted lineups. We've got Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, and potentially Tomiyasu in the back line. Interestingly, I wonder who plays left back. And then obviously in midfield, you've got Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus in the forward line. So that's for Arsenal. For United, we've got De Gea, Varane, Dalot, Martinez, and Shaw. Casemiro, Eriksen, Fernandes, midfield. And then obviously you have Anthony, Rashford, and Sancho, apparently. But I think, to be honest, it could also be Ronaldo at times. Maybe. We don't know. We'll have to see. That's for United. For Chelsea, this could potentially be the lineup. Obviously, this is a prediction as well, so we're not really sure. But it could be a potential lineup. I've also seen the case of Chilwell starting instead of Cucurella. Oh, no, Reece James. Sorry. This is older. Okay, no, this is wrong. This is older. So only at the moment we've got United and Arsenal. Give it a few more minutes. Maybe these guys might get more predictions up. So when we do... Oh, here we go. They've just put the Spurs predictions. Lloris in goal. Romero, Davis, Dyer, and Doherty is your backline. Perisic as well, potentially starting. And then obviously your midfield and forward lines has Højbjerg and Bentancur. And then obviously Son, Kane, and Richarlison. That is the Spurs lineup. When is James coming back? I don't really want to take him out. We have no idea when James is coming back. There are rumors, only rumors, and the rumors are so far that he will potentially miss the World Cup. That's the extent of what people at least that's what people are thinking the injury is. So they're thinking it's a long-term injury. Maybe Justin out, downgrade Mitrovic. The problem is, the problem is you have Haaland, you have Martinelli and Cancelo, right? And I'm assuming you would want to bench all of them for next week. So you potentially want to also fix your fires right now. Your fires right now are James. Your other fire could be Nico Williams, to be honest. We don't know whether Nico Williams will start as well. So those are your two fires at the moment. The rest, you know that they will potentially start. Mitrovic also, we don't know. Mitrovic, I would probably hold for one more week and see what the case is with regards to that. Chance Konate is in second day recovery as he started and just came back from long-term injury. Fair enough. Zuma is ill. Dawson also came off injured. What could happen is Sufal, Kera, Johnson and Cresswell for defense, which isn't great, but I would stick with Zuma because I think he will start. Okay. And then 12 out of 15 of our squad is the same right now. Okay, that's for Liverpool. Oh no, that's for me and Will. Okay, fair enough. I bought him and boys this week. Zuma, Skamaka for Trent and Armstrong. That's not too bad. Quite like Skamaka, to be fair. Think I'm going Mitro in a couple weeks. Wait, you're going to Skamaka in a couple weeks or you're going to Mitro in a couple weeks? Are you sure you want to go? Why would you go to Mid? Yeah, I've been thinking of dropping Mitro for these two. And then go someone else. I don't know who I'll go, depending on budget, obviously. Because I'm looking at Mitro and I'm thinking, okay, let's say he's back for Aston Villa. Aston Villa and Leeds he'll play. Everton, I don't mind dropping him before that. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't thought about it that far. So yeah. I'm thinking of this. Edward. I don't know whether Edward will play. I'm hoping he does play, but we'll have to see. But I do quite like playing him against Leicester, to be honest. Kepa or Sa, Gameweek 11. Who does Wolves play? Wolves play Crystal Palace, no? Probably Kepa at this point. But before I say Kepa, do you have another playing goalkeeper just in case? Hildelin. Do you have another playing goalkeeper? Do you have a Ward just in case? Unless Kepa and Sa. Oh wait, for Gameweek 11, no? Oh yeah, actually for Gameweek 11, I don't mind Sa. Assuming those are your two goalkeepers. If Zuma doesn't start, I have Shah coming off the bench. Because I was thinking Gameweek 12. I'm sorry. No, unfortunately not. Okay, so you have to pick a goalkeeper then. Ooh, if you don't have another playing goalkeeper, I would go Sa instead of Kepa. Because Kepa could potentially lose his place. We don't know when he'll lose his place if he does end up losing it. So in that specific case, you don't want to try and make another keeper transfer. So I would probably go Jose Sa. If Zuma doesn't start, I have Shah coming off the bench. That's not a bad player to come off the bench. I need to get rid of Greenwood in Game Week 12 to get 11 players. Think Mitro is the best option. Okay. Yeah, then Mitro is probably a good option. Tiger and Guna, how are you doing? Do we know the extent of Mitro injury yet? Unfortunately, the only news we got about Mitrovic is... Let me get it up. Because it was absolutely useless news. It didn't help in any sort of way at all. Where was the news? Here we go. Mitrovic returned to team training on Friday for the first time in 2 weeks. Marco Silva saying in his pre-match press conference that the Serbian striker would have to be assessed before the visit to Bournemouth. So basically he has to assess him and see whether he's fit or not, which is absolutely useless in terms of information. So the news with regards to Mitrovic is we don't know yet if he's fit or not. So you gotta decide on whether you want to keep him or not. Keep in mind, Game Week 12 deadline, right? We might not get, because Fulham's game is like the last set of games on the day. we might not get Fulham's press conference before the deadline in Game Week 12. That is a possibility that we don't get Fulham's press conference before the deadline. So you will have to go into Game Week 12 without knowing if Mitrovic is fit or not. So we'll have to see whether Mitrovic plays in Game Week 11 or not. If he doesn't play, then obviously it's a big question to see whether he plays or not. We don't know. We won't know that. Is he starting though, or will Mendy be back? For now, it seems Kepa starting, but you never know, to be honest. With Potter, especially at this moment, the way he's rotating his team, I cannot guarantee you that any player is a confirmed starter. But maybe he prefers Kepa slightly because Kepa can play with his feet. That's the only thing. Who shall I replace James with? So if you want to replace James, you can go for the Brighton defender if you wanted, whether Webster or Dunk. Both are decent options. You can go for a Spurs defender if you wanted, but they might lose a clean sheet in Game 12. For Spurs, you can go for the high upside in Doherty, but extremely punty and would probably lose his place after Game 12. You could go for Dyer if you wanted to use him for long term. After that, to be honest, you're scraping the barrel in terms of trying to find defenders. Everyone has some issue or the other. This is also assuming you already have Cancelo and Trippier. G, how are you doing? Haaland, Jesus, or Kane for captain? Haaland. I'm going Haaland. I've seen so many injury news with regards to Liverpool and their backline that I'm just like, Haaland, safe pick. I went against Haaland in Game Week 9 and I learned my lesson, and hence why the red arrow. Also Cancelo or Cucurella for Game Week 11. Cancelo, Cucurella for Game Week 11. Cancelo for Game Week 11. Got to do uni work. Good luck this week all. See you, Will. Good luck with uni work. And also good luck with the game week. Should we be looking for replacements for Mitro long term? You might want to consider a few replacements, but whether you should make that move yet is up in the air because we don't know whether he will play or not. But you might want to just slightly consider it and keep if you wanted to make those moves. Now, I'm thinking of Greenwood Edward. Is it a decent move, chat, or should I not do this move? I'm not even sure. What does everyone think? Dominic, how are you doing? Afternoon, how are you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? Since James' injury, is transferring Doherty a good shout or too punty? If it's for a 2-week punt, it's not too bad. If it's for a long-term move where you think you might have to play Doherty for longer than Game Week 12, then you might have to accept that at times he could potentially lose his starting place. So that's the only thing. Dominic Solanke viable if he doesn't play Game Week 12? Yes, I think Solanke is not a bad option. Fixture is good. Solanke is not a bad option. Best replacement for James. Best replacement for James would be potentially Webster or Dunk. Brighton assets. You could go Spurs players. With regards to Doherty as a punty move, Eric Dyer as a safer move from Spurs. Then you could go if you can afford an Arsenal defender to be able to bench an Arsenal defender next week, a Ben White, or maybe Saliba if you wanted to go a bit more higher, but a Ben White is fine. And this is also assuming you don't have Trippier and Cancelo. And assuming you don't have a Crystal Palace defender, if you had a Crystal Palace defender, Guehi or Anderson is also. If you didn't have a Crystal Palace defender, Guehi and Anderson is also not too bad. After that, there are more punty moves like going for Dalot as one option, going for potentially Ashley Young as another option, to be honest, at least for a 3-week punt. But yeah, there are a couple punty moves after that. Would you be comfortable playing David Raya versus Brighton and Chelsea? No. Probably not. Russell, how are you doing? Feel my pain right now. Check my team in your messages. Let's have a look. What's the pain feeling like? Okay. Russell's team. Oh no. Have you not moved thinking of De Bruyne to Son and will still have 2 transfers next week? I have a feeling, Russell, you might want to move Trent out to someone else. But I understand your De Bruyne to Son shout as well. It's not too bad, to be honest. But what are you doing with... Oh, look at this. The flag central. This is flag central, guys. Russell, what are you going to do? I would... Oh, man. Yeah, you probably have to do De Bruyne to Son this week. You have 3, 4, 5 players that you need to deal with next week. And 2 injuries. Oh, no, I feel bad for you. Yeah, De Bruyne to Son. You might have to just go Game Week 12 and just put about 8 or 9 players out and just accept that week is just going to be shit. De Bruyne to Son is not too bad as a move, yeah. Or James to sideways move to Koulibaly. Could do James to Koulibaly, but will Koulibaly start both games? I'm not even sure, to be honest. Will Koulibaly start both games? With Potter, now I no longer know what he's going to do. Like, he didn't play the Crystal Palace game, Koulibaly. Is there a chance that... I mean, look at Chelsea. Chelsea's Game Week 12 fixture is Brentford. After that, they have United. So, Potter is definitely going to rotate against Brentford. Who he drops, I have no idea. At this present moment, I have no idea. So, it's a complete shot in the dark. Best replacement for Raya. Wait. Hold on. Oh no, wait. Ian. Why would you replace your goalkeeper? I'm sure you have other pressing matters than your goalkeeper to replace. I would put out other fires first before replacing goalkeeper. But if you did want to replace your goalkeeper, you could go Pickford if you wanted to. To be honest, I would just keep Raya. At this point, I would just keep Raya because goalkeepers are a very iffy thing. I mean, Raya is good for these 3 fixtures over here. So obviously Brighton, Chelsea, 2 tough ones, but then after that is not too bad. So I would just keep Raya, to be honest. Jose Sa is also not too bad, but keep in mind that Wolves don't have a manager right now. And the fixtures are mixed bag. So at this point, there is no standout goalkeeper that you just need to move for. So just keep the keeper, make your moves elsewhere in terms of trying to fix other fires. Son to Salah and Tony to Mitrovic. And Tony or Mitrovic to Gabriel Jesus versus Son to Saka and Mitrovic to Jota or Nunes. Long-term question. Okay, long-term. So I'm assuming this is not this week, right? Because this week I won't do any of those moves. But long-term, Son to Salah depends on Salah's performances against City and maybe potentially against West Ham. But Son to Saka is not a bad move that I do like. Saka is playing well, So that's not a bad move. And Arsenal's fixtures are good. Mitro to Jota or Nunes. That also depends on what Liverpool turns up and what Liverpool's formations are. So a lot depending on how Liverpool play. It's awful, isn't it? Need to move out my Man City Arsenal players. The injuries have killed my plans for Game Week 12. Good to see you as well. Thank you, Russell. Yeah, injuries are just like, I mean, I don't know what I'll do with your team, to be honest. Like, I think you need to resolve Trent first, Russell. You probably, but then you won't. Who do you even start? You probably wouldn't start anyone over Trent. You could do Trent to Trippier if you wanted to, but then that's double Newcastle defense. But you wouldn't. I mean, okay, you could probably do Trent to Trippier and start Trippier instead of Nico Williams. That is a possibility, but then it's double Newcastle defense. It doesn't really help the case. You could do Trent to Webster and start Webster instead of Nico Williams. Russell, that's another possibility. And just play De Bruyne this week, and then obviously next week you make the moves. Because we know Trent is just out. Brighton defenders are the best options as of now. When you look at it, yeah, I would think so. Because like, let me get this up. Hold on. Let me get the Fantasy Football Scout up for you guys. Let's get the season ticker up, right? Hold on, give me a second. Getting the season ticker up for you guys. James to Guehi or Dunk, and would you take out either Tony or Mitro for Kane? Can you afford Mitro to Kane? Mitro to Kane is not a bad shout, but I need a defender for the long term. Yeah, if you need a defender for the long term, let me read your defense again. Hold on, give me a second again. Let me go back to your team and see what your defense was. See, a defender for the long term is unfortunately an Arsenal defender who is not available right now because of the blank in Game Week 12. So if you're looking for a short-term punt instead of a long-term, and maybe do a short-term and then go to an Arsenal defender after that, is a possibility. But a long-term at the moment is not available, sadly. Or at least I don't like any long-term picks. But let me bring this up for you guys. So let's say you're looking at a 2-week punt. Oh no, this is... If you're looking at a 2-week punt, right? In terms of, let's sort it by defense, right? Fulham, Crystal Palace, Wolves, and Brighton are at the top of the ticker, top 4 teams of the ticker for a 2-week punt. And then you pick this is sorted by defense as well. You pick a defender. I don't like Fulham as a defense. Crystal Palace is not too bad, Wolves is not too bad, and Brighton not too bad. So from those 3 teams, you can pick a defender if you wanted to. That is short-term punt. Now, let's say you want a long-term punt. Let's say you go up to Game Week 16. Let's sort it by difficulty. Again, Crystal Palace right on top. Bournemouth next. Everton, Wolves. Wolves are also pretty decent, to be honest. So maybe you could look at a Wolves defender, to be honest. But keep in mind that Wolves, we still don't have a manager. But if you wanted to, there are talks that Nuno is potentially going to be the manager. Johnny, anyone interested in Johnny as a manager? I mean, sorry, not a manager, as a Wolves punt. It could work. Very cheap player. Or Kilman if you wanted to. But I don't really trust Wolves at the moment. But Kilman is not a bad choice as well. Because I have 6 million in the bank. That's a lot of money. I would probably take out Mitrovic then. Just because I don't know whether Mitrovic... There's so much uncertainty over Mitrovic. Compared to Tony, I know Tony's going to play. With Mitrovic, there's just so much uncertainty that I don't even know what you're going to do with him. Then maybe just Kane is better in that specific case. That's for Dominic, by the way. Thanks for advice, man. We'll keep you informed on what to do. Okay, Russell, good luck. Sean says, now everyone is putting Mitro on the bench. If I do the same, I can only start Bay. Should I do a -4 to remove James for Webster or remove Bay for Trossard for higher returns? Bay for Trossard for higher returns, Sean. That's what I would do. Is KDB to Sun a good move? Yeah, it's not a bad move. KDB to Sun is not a bad move. Would I do it this week? Yeah, it's not a bad move this week, to be honest. But I don't mind keep playing KDB this week as well. Ian says, I need to replace Justin and Nico Williams as well. Justin, yeah, you probably need to... Well, Justin is not a priority replace compared to maybe a Nico Williams potentially. The thing is, we don't know, right? Because Nico Williams could... He may not start this week, but he could start game week 12 just because of the short turnaround. I don't know if Aurier will start 2 games back to back. So if Aurier starts this game week, maybe Aurier gets rotated the next game week against Brighton and Nico Williams starts. So we don't know with regards to that at the moment. So essentially, I need 3 defenders. Rip. Shubharan says game week 11. James to Webster, game week 12. Mitro to Jota or Nunes, game week 13. Kilman to White. Game week 14. Madison to Foden and Son to Saka. Game week 12 move is a bit confusing as I can go Son to Salah as well. And get Gabriel Jesus. The thing with Salah, I think you guys wait and just see how he does against City before deciding if you want to get Salah or not. But I like your moves that you planned. That's not too bad. I'm thinking of Max Kilman. Johnny might be dropped. Fair enough. Okay, Kilman's not a bad shout as well. If you guys wanted to. I'm trying to swap Trent. Who shall I replace? Okay, Trent replacements. Short term. Anyone from... Actually, let me go back. Short term meaning 2-week punt. Anyone from Crystal Palace, Wolves, or even Brighton. Anyone from those teams? I like Brighton. Blanco Webster. Wolves, we just spoken about Kilman as a potential not only short term but a decent long term hold as well. Crystal Palace, I'm assuming you guys potentially have either Anderson or Guehi. If not, you could probably look at one of them. Fulham just concede goals a lot, so I probably wouldn't look at Fulham. So one of those 3 players for short term for your Trent replacements, and obviously long term. Oops, wrong one. Long term, we are obviously looking at. You have Wolves still there. Everton start to improve in defense. So yeah. What happened to Nico? Thought he was doing pretty well. I think Aurier just did well for one game and then Aurier just got more minutes. That's the thing. Like Aurier was there. He did well decently. Now if you go to Forest, where's Aurier? I think he played one. Where did he? Yeah, he played this game for one half and he didn't do too bad. So they were like, okay, let's play him another half. Now again, minutes are an issue with Aurier as well. So I don't know if he'll start 2 games. We'll have to see. Or 2 games in a row. So he might even start this game and then get benched the next game in game week 12 when you need Nico Williams. Aurier better play than Nico. Yeah, defensively, most likely. What are your thoughts on Ward? If you have Ward, you just keep Ward. I don't think you need to do any goalkeeper transfers. There is no standout goalkeeper for me to recommend right now. Right, mate, I have to go support my mate on his annual. Good luck this week. Good luck for your week. Thank you, Russell. Good luck to you too as well, and hope you have a good week. Hopefully, can resolve all the injury situations. Aurier was shocking at Spurs, if I remember correctly. Yes, he was. And Nico looked like one of their most creative players before the morning break. I just think it's just managers just trying something different, to be honest. Because Forest were just conceding way too many goals. Izami, welcome to the football chat box. Says, good evening, mate. James Justin is a good move this week, replacing Emerson. No, I probably wouldn't go for a Leicester defender. Leicester conceding way too many goals. for my liking. So probably not a Leicester defender. If you wanted a defender at 4.5 though, for a long term, some of these are not too bad, to be honest. Any one of these defenders for a long term at 4.5 is not a bad shot. For long term, that is. Hopefully that answers your question, Hizami. And Alex, welcome as well to the Football Chatbox. And Alex is asking, Mitro to Nunes or Oba? Do you have to do Mitro to Nunes or Oba? If you were to ask me, I would probably go slightly more towards Nunes at this present moment, just because of the fact that the whole Chelsea rotation has just thrown a spanner in the works. That's why. So probably Nunes, but I would rather keep Mitro at the moment. Thank you. Don't forget to like the stream, guys, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Should I play James Justin this game week? Yeah, why not? Give it a go. Leicester at home. Crystal Palace are a decent team, not the best attacking team. It's not a bad shot to play James Justin and see. Given that you have other issues. Luke says, please check my team. Okay, let's have a look. This is Luke's team. So you've got Trippier, Cancelo, Pope, Bruyne, Barnes, Madison, Martinelli, Andreas, Haaland, and Wilson. You have Mitrovic and you have Emerson, who is an issue slightly. And you have James, who is an issue as well. Have you thought of who you're going to move, Luke, for James? Or for Emerson as well? You have a couple options. So you could probably move for any... Like I mentioned, any of these defenders are not a bad option if you wanted to move to someone. Got one free transfer. Yeah, you could probably do James to someone. Or you could do Emerson to someone. But how much money do you have in the bank? 0.2. Okay, you don't have enough money to do Emerson to anyone at the moment. So you probably have to do James instead. So you can do James to a 4.5 defender. Pick your choosing if you wanted to. If it's a very short-term punt, you could also look at potentially a Spurs defender if you wanted to. Bench one out of Webster, Guehi, and Andreas. Guehi. Nishal, welcome to the Football Chatbox. Hope you're doing well. If I do Reece James to dunk this week, who do I replace? Who do you replace? You mean who do you bench or who do you like? Is it who do you bench? In terms of benching, I would probably bench Justin. I would play a 3-5-2 in your case or 3-4-3 in your case. Because you have a good midfield and a good forward line, Ian. Just play a back three. Could you help to check my team? Number 37 in the league. Yes, we will. Let's check your team. So let's check his team. Number 37 in the league. Tied with me. Okay, so you also have Trent and James issues just like me. Pascal Gross though, who would potentially come in for one of them. Andreas comes in for the other. Sanchez potentially over Ward. Well, and then obviously, so you need a defender to start because you can't have, you need 3 defenders. So you can drop Trent. Yes, bench. So Dunk or Webster. You can pick either one of Dunk or Webster. I think Webster, I'm going Webster slightly because at this season at least, he seems to have a bit more goal threat than Dunk at the moment. So I'm going Webster for that. But if you wanted to bench someone, then you can bench Justin in that specific case. G, you need to move. Have you moved Trent out yet? Or have you kept Trent? What's your move? Because there's no point keeping him right now. So you probably might as well move him to someone else. Have you thought of any other defenders at the moment? And then you can probably play a 3-5-2 or something, or 3-4-3. You can either start. You can probably start Pascal Gross, or you could start Andreas, depending on who you want to. Hey Ryan, what's up? Please check my team. I'm 97th in the league. Have one transfer, 0.1 in the bank, and all chips left. Waiting for your suggestions with the differential. I have Webster, Infra, Trent. Okay, that's not a bad set of moves, G. Then you're potentially playing 3-4-3. Yeah, 3-4-3, right? Either Gross or Andreas starts. One of the two. Probably Gross. 3-4-3. So this is a good team. And I guess Sanchez ahead of Ward. Okay, let's check Rohan's team as well. By the way, guys, if you haven't joined the league, it's the league code is in the description. Sorry, right there in the bottom on this side. It's X269WB. Is Webster's place firm? Well, it should be, because if I'm not mistaken, he started almost every game. Boom. Yeah, his place should be firm. Okay, where were we? We were looking at Rohan's team. This is Rohan's team. Now, Rohan, Chancellor, Perisic, Trippier, Andreas, Sara, Rodrigo, Jesus, Kane. I would start Sancho because I think Sancho could potentially play. I would... Ooh, Mendy. Okay, let's try and fix this team. So you have a back three. You'll have potentially a midfield 4-3-4. Okay. How much money do you have in the bank again, did you say? You have 0.1. Okay, that's not good. 5.1. How much is Trossard again? Trossard. Where is Brighton? I'm blind. Oh no, I'm already on Brighton. What am I doing? 6.8. Okay, you probably drop James to a 4.5 defender, right? You do that first. That should free up some funds, Rohan. Then you upgrade Neto to either... Actually, if you drop James to a 4.5, that should give you another 1.6 million. So you have 6.6 million. 6.6 million. You could do... Who can you get? 6.6 million is a bit too short for Trossard. Otherwise, I would have liked Trossard. Is it time for wildcard? To be honest, right now, wildcarding is a problem because, like, I feel like you could just build a really good wildcard team in Gameweek 13 instead. Instead of wildcarding now. Because when you wildcard in Gameweek 13, you can bring in the likes of... You can bring in triple City, you can bring in triple Arsenal and everything. Right now, if you wildcard, you can't do that. So I probably wouldn't wildcard. I'll just take a hit and try and fix it. So you could start Sancho. You could do... To be honest, you could do... Actually, you could potentially bring in Martinelli if you wanted to. Because you have only... And then... Oh no, you probably... You could do James to a 4.5 or even a 4.3, to be honest. You could do James to Guehi and you could do Neto to Trossard. That's a possible move you can do, Rohan. Just check and see if you have enough funds to do something like that. And probably start Sancho as well. Then you'll have a 3-5-2 formation. You'll start Sancho, you'll have all your midfielders will start. Trossard also will start. You'll play a back three of Cancelo, Perisic and Trippier. And your front two of Gabriel Jesus and Kane. Something like that. Or you could actually do a goalkeeper transfer if you wanted to free up more. Oh no, don't do it now. But yeah, just start Ward. Or start Mendy and hope he starts. Really don't think captaining Haaland at Anfield is a good idea. If you don't want to captain Haaland, who to captain? Wait, okay. Wait, before I go to Ian's. Gundogan, shall I keep him or pick someone else, chat? Gundogan. Probably pick someone else. Yeah, probably pick someone else if you can. There are a few other good options in midfield. Who to captain? Maddison, Martinelli, or Haaland? I currently have it on Maddison versus Crystal Palace. That's not a bad game. But really don't think captain Haaland at Anfield is a good idea. It depends on what you want to protect. Do you want to protect your rank? If you want to protect your rank, Haaland, I would go Haaland. But if you don't think it's a good idea, then Maddison is not a bad option. Actually, Martinelli is also not a bad option against Leeds. But Maddison also not too bad. But I still prefer Haaland at the moment. Who to play? Banjo85, welcome to the football chat box, says who to play instead of Rich James. What are your thoughts on Kilman or Castane? Both are good options. The problem with Leicester is their ability to keep clean sheets are almost poor. Kilman though, good fixtures, could do something. New manager potentially might come. So Kilman's not a bad option. And also very low owned. And also because I am a Liverpool fan. Okay, fair enough. Oh, okay. Well, then you can potentially go with Maddison if you wanted to. But against Crystal Palace, yeah, you could potentially go against Maddison. Because Crystal Palace were slightly open in the last game. So I wouldn't mind. I think Leicester could also exploit it. But it's the... yeah, you could probably go there if you wanted to. I'll have 11.9 in the kitty to play with, chat, if I swap Gundogan. Ooh, that's a lot of money. Where are you going to go though? Wait, Tiger and Gunnar. I'm thinking of Maddison. Oh. Who else is your midfield, Tiger and Gunnar? Keep in mind, guys, for anyone who's... If you're going Maddison right now, keep in mind, he is one yellow card away from a suspension. So just keep that in mind. He's one yellow card away from a suspension. Thanks, man. What's the probability of Sancho playing? I think Sancho... oh. What's the probability? I would say... So, the predictors think Sancho's chances of playing... Where is it? They say 73%. I would say probably between 50 to 60%. Because I think there's a chance that Ronaldo could start as well. And then you have a front three of Ronaldo, Rashford and Anthony. But I don't know. It's very tight because Ronaldo played 90 minutes as well. So we don't know whether he'll want to rest him and rotate him. Because we have another midweek fixture as well that we need to play. So there is a chance that Sancho starts, to be honest. 73% here. It's not a bad option. You could try it and see, to be honest. I won't be surprised if Sancho does start. It's very hard to predict that third spot at the moment. So yeah. I'm thinking of Maddison. Okay. But I read that. Yeah, just keep in mind, Maddison one yellow card sadly away from a suspension. Who would you captain, Haaland or Jesus or Saka? Well, I'm captaining Haaland. If you didn't want to captain Haaland, Saka is also not too bad against Leeds. Daniel. Also, hope you're doing well, Daniel. And welcome to the Football Chat Box. Also, guys, if you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well, because it means that more people actually see the stream. I've got Billion, Martinelli, Bowen, Jensen, and Gundogan. Zaha is also not too bad. Tiger and Gundogan. Oh, you could also potentially... Oh, actually, do you need to make the move now instead of Tiger and Gundogan? Or can you roll the transfer? Because I think if you can roll the transfer, then you could... Oh, but you won't have enough money. 11.9, right? Because I thought you could potentially get Salah as well if you wanted to. But yeah. You could go Maddison, but I think Maddison right now is a bit too short term because Maddison's fixtures change. Oh, you could go for 3 game weeks, but keep in mind yellow. Zaha is also not too bad as an option if you wanted to. Good fixtures until the end of the World Cup. Until the World Cup. Airing on the side of Maddison because of the home fixture. Fair enough. Man, I have no clue why I transferred in Sancho. I have to stick with him anyways. We'll just update. Fair enough, Rohan. I mean, hope he should start one of the next 2 games. I think he'll definitely start one of the next 2 games. Potentially he could start 2 if he does well, but we'll see. Who would you captain between Son and Haaland? If I wasn't afraid of EO, I would have potentially gone for Sun. If I wasn't afraid of EO, actually no. Let's put it this way: if I didn't get hammered in Game Week 9 by going against Haaland, I would have gone for Sun potentially. But I did get hammered because I captained Salah in Game Week 9 and got screwed over because Haaland decided to score a hat trick. And I saw my rank tank, so I went. At this moment, I'm going Haaland, but Sun is a decent option if you want something differential. But yeah, at this point, I'm just going to go for Haaland because every Tom, Dick, and Harry and anyone else is just going to captain Haaland at this point. You don't mess with the Haaland. Yeah, that's the thing. I learned that the hard way, sadly. Let me see if we can find anything. I don't think. Okay, here we got Chelsea's predicted lineup for you guys. Let me refresh this. We got Man City predicted lineup and Chelsea predicted lineup. So City predicted lineup, we've got Ederson, Cancelo, Diaz, Ake, Rodri, KDB, Silva. Gundogan has 12% chance of playing. So Tiger and Guna, you might want to move him out. Foden, Haaland, and Grealish and Akanji as City's predicted lineup. The front three of Foden, Haaland, and Grealish. And midfield of Rodri, KDB, and Bernardo Silva. And obviously you have Chelsea, potential starting 11. This is potentially one. Any other alternative replacements for Mitro other than Solanke? Other than Solanke. I might get Billing in if Madison gets suspended. Don't really want Bournemouth double up. Well, I'm thinking of Edward right now, but I don't know people say his minutes are not. There are mixed news about Edward. Some say his minutes are not assured. Some say it's good. Edward is one. Otherwise, if not for Mitro, you would slightly go. Sorry, Skamaka is another one I didn't mention. Skamaka has been on good form recently. He could be another good option for West Ham. I don't know if Doctor is still in the chat, but yeah, he would probably verify that. I think Skamaka is also not a bad option. Just that they have Liverpool in Game Week 12, which is a slight issue, but apart from that, he's a good player. Scoring goals at the moment as well. Oh, you have to go slightly up. Callum Wilson, potentially. Tony, maybe. There are other options there as well. Skamaka, if you can, I think Skamaka is pretty good, to be honest. That's the only thing. Okay, we'll do. No worries, Tag and Guna. Oh, if you had more money, Nunes or Jota, if you had more money. Guys, put a like. Thank you. Yes, please do like the stream. It helps others find the channel as well. Helps others find the channel as well. So please do hit the like button if you are new, and also subscribe. Trippier versus United or James Justin versus Palace? Trippier versus United, because Trippier on set pieces could potentially score a goal on set pieces. I myself am starting him against United. That's why. And also because of the amount of corners and everything he takes, he does get on bonus as well most of the time. So because of that reason, I would go Trippier. I'm just trying to find any early team news for you guys if possible. But unfortunately, there isn't anything at the moment. Dimitris, hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. How's your day been? Hope you've had a great day and a great week. Alright, is Chilwell a good option? I would like to say yes, but minutes issue. Minutes is a problem with any Chelsea defender at this moment. If he plays, Chilwell is good. If he doesn't play, it's a problem. That's the only issue. When he plays, he's a good option. But unfortunately, I can't guarantee to you that he'll play 180 minutes over the next week. So that I can't guarantee that he plays the next 3 games. Play or bench Andreas, Ben-Mee or Bay? Play Anderson, Ben-Mee or Bay? Do we Ed Boss, do I need to just play one or bench one, or what? I would probably play, obviously Bay you can't play because he's out, right? So you need to not bench Bay, you need to basically sell Bay. Oh, he's not out. Seems like he's back, but I would still probably bench him because he's playing Chelsea. So I would play Anderson. I would bench Bay and Ben-Mee. Other than Arsenal defenders, what other good defenders are there? Well, you have Trippier, you have Cancelo. Arsenal defenders, potentially Brighton defenders, maybe. After that, it is slim pickings. West Ham were a good defense, I would have said, but then Zuma went and got injured, so now I'm unsure on West Ham defense in terms of who I would recommend for you. And also they have Liverpool in Game Week 12. But West Ham as a team are generally a good defensive team at the moment. With James out and Fofana out, is it really a minute risk? The thing is, they can play Cucurella there as well, right? If Cucurella can also play, because they still have Thiago Silva, Koulibaly. Now, if I was to look at this, this is one of the Chelsea predicted lineups. It's got a midfield 4, it's got a back 4 of Chalobah, Koulibaly, Cucurella, and Azpilicueta. So that is why I'm like, it's just uncertainty with regards to Chilwell and how many games he'll play. So yeah. Other than, I read that Kilman or Johnny in for James. Probably Kilman, Mike. And also, Mike, how are you doing? Hope you had a great day. And Ed Boss says, thanks. No worries, Ed Boss. Sam, how are you doing, Sam? Hi, thoughts on transferring out KDB for Sun? It's not too bad. I like the move. You could probably do it, to be honest. I also don't mind keeping KDB, but you could probably do it, yeah. It's not a bad move, if anything. You're right. Fair enough. It's just that, like, if we knew Chilwell was, like, if Chilwell was assured of minutes, he is one of the best FPL options, if not the best FPL option in that Chelsea team. If we knew Chilwell's minutes were guaranteed, but we don't know, which is a problem. So it doesn't help us. Okay, I need to, before I forget, I think I might probably end up doing this, which is go for Edward, and then I'll potentially start Edward over Mitrovic. So my Gameweek 11 team might look like something like this, and then Mitrovic doesn't start just because we don't know. That's what I'm thinking right now. Who will have the armband for your team? Haaland. I already have both Trippier and Cancelo, just transferred in Webster and planning to go for Arsenal defender. If you want an Arsenal defender, Ben White at 4.5 million is a good option. If you wanted another one, Saliba is also not a bad option. One of those two defenders is the only players I would go for Arsenal defense. One of those two. You need a replacement for Justin. If you can afford to bench an Arsenal defender in Gameweek 12, then an Arsenal defender. If not, maybe Guehi. But you probably wouldn't start Guehi often. So yeah. Turpentine, how are you doing? Welcome. How's your day been? Hope you had a great week. I'm replacing Nico Williams with the Arsenal defender. Okay. Seems like you're doing a lot of moves, Ian. Are you on wildcard? For Justin, did you say you were going Kilman? You could probably try Kilman if you wanted to. Although keep in mind, Wolves are a slightly iffy team. But you could potentially try Kilman. Already have Martinelli, not a fan of triple up. Fair enough. You could probably try Kilman if you wanted to. Webster or Doherty? Webster. Just because of the fact that Doherty could lose his place after Game Week 12. And also, Mats, welcome to the Football Chatbox. I hope you had a great day. But yeah, for me, it would be Webster. Also, guys, if you are new, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if I've helped you. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers, so it'll be helpful if you guys can hit that sub button. Is Zinchenko an option for Game Week 13? Don't know. Depends on his injury issue. I probably won't go there. I think from Arsenal defense, Ben White and Saliba are probably the best options. And I probably wouldn't go for anyone else from an Arsenal defensive point of view. But yeah, that's probably those are the only two defenders I would think of from an Arsenal defensive point of view. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, I think I'll probably make this move. What do we think, guys? Greenwood to Edward. No transfer this week. 12th week is 2 transfers plus wildcard in 13th. Ooh, looking in a strong position, Tabande. Strong position. What moves do you have planned for Gameweek 12? Unfortunately, I wanted to go for Trossard, but unfortunately, I can still potentially go for Trossard, but not this week though. Probably game week 12 as a 1 week punt. But yeah. Okay, I think I'm kind of sorted in my team and what I want it to be. Does Ben White go forward on the right? Yes. He does attack on the right. Yep. I think his stats are also not too bad. His attacking stats. And also because of the amount of passes that Arsenal do in their defense, he is at times on bonus points. I used to have Ben White before I dropped him in after my wildcard in Game Week 9. His BPSs are pretty good. Like look at the 27, 27, 29, 29, 25. It's pretty good for BPS. Like so 1 BPS here, 2 BPS here. Here unfortunately no BPS, but in general he's good for bonus points. On week 12, 2 transfers are James for Johnny or Cody. Okay. And Martinelli for Trossard or Jesus for Solanke or Tony. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I think maybe Jesus for the forward line could be an option, depending on how much value you have stored in Martinelli. That is, I still like if you have too much value stored in Martinelli, like I do, because like I had him from I think game week 1. Now he's 6.6. I have 6.3, so I have 0.3 value stored in him. Jesus on the other hand hasn't really climbed in price per se, so yeah. Okay, I should probably make this move, right? I'm thinking of doing it. Should I do it? I don't even know. 5.3. Can I find a forward that is like 5.5 and cheaper? Edward is the only one who comes up. Diego Costa, probably not. Don't really want to go there. Mateta is there, but prefer Edward at this moment. Oh, Broha, not too bad. It's a possibility as well. But won't play too many minutes. Yeah, I'm thinking of probably going Edward. Probably do this and see how it goes. Who will be your playing 11? I'm thinking my playing 11 would be something like this for Game Week 11. With Haaland having the captaincy. The armband. And vice captaincy would be on Martinelli. Costa? You say Costa? But I don't know how many minutes Diego Costa will play though. That's the only problem. Like his minutes are a slight issue. Even Edward, slight minutes issue, but yeah. And also Wolves, because they could, he'll score this weekend. True. Who are they playing again? Wolves. But the problem is, Forest. Oh, such a good fixture. The thing is, they're getting a new manager, and then I don't know if the new manager will he favor Costa or I don't know. See, that's the only problem. What do you guys think? I haven't thought about Costa and how he will affect my transfers. 2.5, 3.7, 0.4. I should be fine there. 0.2. Yeah, I could still manage it by 0.2. But then if I had to get a 5 million defender, I am slightly messed up. That's the problem. I'm very, very tight on budget, unfortunately. Like if I had to get a 5 million defender here, I probably won't be able to do Costa. So yeah, maybe I could do Costa. I don't know. It's like tough. The money is the issue. 0.2 could make a difference quite a lot. But then will he play? I don't know if he'll play. That's the other problem. I don't even know. Let me see if I can find anything with regards to it. Not too bad terms of odds. What is the team value now? My team value, good question. It's at, what is this? 99, 3.5. That is 102.5 or something. 102.5. If I'm not mistaken. 102.3. And it's going up 0.2, I think now. So 102.5 by the looks of it, I think. See, okay, Wolves manager has said Diego Costa got more minutes than we thought at Chelsea. Hopefully he can continue to give those sort of minutes and maybe more. Depends how hard we can push him. We'll look at live data during. So the thing with Costa is minutes are slightly an issue. I'm trying to look at like Costa. But yeah, I think I'm a bit worried with that. Okay, so I'll probably still end up on Edward. Although now that you mentioned Costa, I am slightly tempted on him. Yeah, problem is fixtures are not too bad to be honest, but it's not the easiest as well. Yeah, I'll probably just stick to Edward and see 0.2. Slight difference, but Costa could score actually, to be honest. It's just that this run, if Edward does start, this run is slightly more favorable. Whom should I bench? Kilman, Cancelo, Pierre Guehi, Odegaard, Martinelli, Madison, Bowen, Andres, Tony, Hall. Wait. Kilman, Cancelo, Trippier. You bench Guehi, Sam. Bench Guehi. How likely is Mitro to be available? To be honest, it's a 50-50. I think because the manager didn't really give anything that was really good news. Like he didn't really say anything per se. He just said we had to assist basically. So I don't know. He might play a few minutes. He might come off the bench or something like that. But to be honest, I don't really know. It's very hard to tell right now. So I'm probably starting Andres instead. Any news apart from Mitra and James? Nope. That is it. What is the Wolves manager situation considering Kilman? There's talk that they're going to get Nuno back, Nuno Espirito Santos. So he could potentially be the new Wolves manager. That's the talk. So yeah. But apart from that, yeah, not really sure. I'm wondering if I should do this move. Not really sure at this point. I could potentially do it because I think I might need it. In a 50-50 scenario, are you starting Andreas? I probably might start Andreas because I'm also on a 50. Like, who is the interim manager? I think it's the caretaker manager. I don't know who the caretaker manager is right now, to be honest. I'm not really sure on who the caretaker manager at the moment is. 50-50 scenario, are you starting Andreas? I probably would at this moment. Just because I don't know whether Mitrovic will start or not. That's the only problem. And I'm a bit worried that he'll just get a cameo and not like play. That's the only thing. Paul O'Keefe has given his predictions for Spurs. This is from Paul O'Keefe, Spurs predictions. Looks like you have Romero, Eric Dyer, Davis with Doherty and Perisic in the wingbacks, Højbjerg and Bentancur, and obviously your front line of Richarlison, Kane, and Son as the Spurs predictions. So anyone who wanted to go to Doherty, also not a bad move. Who would you guys start? Would you guys start Mitrovic? Spurs have some problem in their defense. They just can't keep clean sheets. Fair enough. I probably agree with that. Okay, let's see if I can. Can I put a poll? Okay, here we go. For Mitrovic, right? All right, let's put a poll. I want to know what you guys will start. Let me know who you guys will start. Mitrovic or Andreas? And based on where the poll comes, I will start that player. Shall we do that? So if you guys think Mitrovic is better, or Andres is better, depending on where you guys go, I will go. Right now it's 50-50. Damn. Oh, no. Andres took the lead. So while that poll is running, I'll put that poll up for you guys. And then you guys decide who I should start. Maybe it helps you guys as well. Okay, I think I might do this move. The Edward move. I can't really see why I probably wouldn't do it. Because I can't. I probably... Ah, man. It's just... Not sure. Because if Mitrovic doesn't start, is the issue. That's the only problem. And I think I'm going to need a... If I didn't do the Edward move now... In Gameweek 12... I would have to play something like this with a one striker formation in Mitrovic. And then probably drop Cancelo and bring Cancelo back in. Which I don't really want to do. I'd rather do something like this, to be honest. Yeah, it's tough. The Reece James thing has put a problem. Definitely keep Trippier. Yeah. Shall I keep Trippier or replace? No. Keep Trippier. Trippier is a player you would keep until the end of the... keep until the World Cup starts. Definitely keep Trippier. Mitro was in training. He was right, but he wasn't pictured as like properly starting kind of thing. That's the problem. Like, I don't know if he'll start or not. That's the only issue. What do you think the percentage of people captaining Haaland is? Probably around 170 plus. 170 to 180, I would say. In terms of EO. 170 to 180. EDO. Should I start Zuma away to Southampton or Guehi away to Leicester? Zuma might not play apparently because of his illness, but I would still start him and take the punt and see. Because if he does start, I like him against Southampton compared to Guehi against Leicester, to be honest. I want a punt captain to boost my rank, currently down in the depths of 4 million. Oh no, Ian. The thing with like, you can make your transfer gains elsewhere apart from just the captaincy. That's the thing. You have a couple differential players, they could probably raise your team up without having to like make a captaincy punt. Mr. Deadline got 28 points on Game Week 8. Oh no, no wonder. Oh damn, that must hurt. That would have hurt. Alright, I think I better do this move before I forget it. And it seems like Andres is winning, so probably start Andres as well. I think I might do this move. Both my captain and vice captain didn't play. Oh no, no wonder. That would have hurt. That would have definitely hurt. That would have definitely hurt. I better just make sure before I make my move whether my current team is fine. Obviously, you guys said Andres, start Andres is what's looking like it. Who did you? Oh, I don't want to ask you. It's fine, because let's not relive that memory. I was gonna ask who did you captain and vice captain, but it's fine. Hopefully, you can still improve. Okay. Should we do this move? Greenwood Edward. I think I should do this move. Oh no, the Mitrovic Andreas has gone to a 50-50. Guys, if you haven't voted on the poll, make sure to vote. And whichever player wins that poll, I would start that player. So you gotta do it soon because the deadline is near and approaching. It was Salah and Pascal Gross. Oh no. Ah, damn. Unlucky. That was a bad deadline to miss. Alright. I think we do this. I can't think of any other reason that I won't do it at the moment. Alright. I think we make the call, make the move, confirm, press the button. I'm just trying to find any other news, but I can't find any news for you guys as well. Seems like a lot of people are going for Mitrovic. Sorry, Mitrovic. I'm going for Doherty this week. From what I'm looking on Twitter, a lot of James to Doherty moves. Alright, let me do this move because in terms of value, seems to work. It hopefully might work. We don't know. We'll have to see. So I'm gonna do it. Confirm transferred, and I'm gonna start Edward instead of Mitrovic because right now Andreas is winning the poll. And this will most likely be the case. Let's put James here. And obviously this will be the team. Alan captain, Martinelli vice captain. So yeah, this is basically what I'm thinking like right now. Team is set. All right, I think it's good. I'm happy with this team. 2 free transfers used. We'll see how we go. Obviously, in game week 11, I just want a green arrow. I just want a green arrow. All right, 5 minutes more left, guys. Make sure to sort it all. And yeah. Make sure to sort your teams. Do I do Williams to White now? Yeah, if you haven't done it and you want to do it, this is assuming you can bench Ben White in Gameweek 12, by the way, Ian. Can you bench Ben? If you can bench him, then yeah, do the move. And drop Andres? Ooh. Yeah, you could probably do... yeah, you could probably... Ooh. I would still start Andres, to be honest, but you can probably do it. Oh. Do you have to... If you don't start... If you don't bring in Ben White, what happens? Also, I'm asking, can you bench Ben White in Game Week 12? Just checking that as well. But yeah, if you want to do it, you can do it. It's not a bad move. Alright guys, you guys have like about 2 or 3 minutes left. So make sure to set those teams. Make sure you're confirmed. Currently starting Andres and Webster. Ah, okay. I mean, that's not too bad. Andres and Webster is not a bad set of moves. You can just start that, by the way, Ian. I think that is also still cool. Andres against Bournemouth isn't too bad. So just start that and see how it goes. I don't mind that as well. Oh, White to Justin. Nah, just probably just keep it as it is now, because I feel like you'll have, if you have benching issues in Game Week 12, because White won't play in Game Week 12, right? You can bring Ben White in Game Week 13. But here's the thing. Trust your gut. What does your gut say? If your gut says to bring in Ben White, then bring in Ben White. I would go with your gut and see whatever your gut says. Alright, I'm a stick. Cool. Alright, I think that's it. Poll also ended. Andres won, so we're gonna start Andres. Mitrovic for sub. Well, I don't think Mitrovic will come out anyways. I think this team will play. So we'll see how it does. I am interested to see. Thank you all. I think I'm gonna have benching problems if Madison gets suspended. Have Martinelli as well. Yeah, we'll see. I'll also have the same issues if Madison gets suspended. Let's just hope it doesn't happen, shall we? Okay, I think we're gonna end it. We're gonna call it a day there. So thank you to everyone who joined and stayed tuned. It's 4:30 in the morning right here, so I need to head to sleep because I'm like half asleep at this moment. So thank you to Ian. Thank you to Aman, Tiger and Gunnar, Topantine, Sam, Shubharan, Mike, who else? Mats, Dimitris, Ed Boss, Rohan, Russell, G, Luke, Nishal, Izami, and yeah, everyone else who was there as well. Sean and Shreya and Dominic and everyone else, Will, Doctor, and all the others who were there at the start as well. Thank you to everyone who was watching. Good luck, everyone. Good night, bro, says Abdul Rahman. Thank you very much. And yeah, no one is a winner with those two. With which two? Oh, with those two? Yeah, fair enough. Anyways, thank you all. Have a good day. Enjoy the football. And I'll see you guys for 5 things we learned on Monday. And then I don't know if we'll have a podcast. We'll have to see. Potentially not a podcast before Game Week 12 just because the turnaround time is so fast. But we will have a deadline stream though for Game Week 12. Are you watching El Clasico or Liverpool versus City? Good question. I have to see what time El Clasico is. I haven't looked at it yet. Let me just check what time El Clasico is right now. What time is Liverpool versus City? Okay, I can watch El Clasico before Liverpool versus City. So yeah. Yep. So I should be able to watch El Clasico as well. We'll see. But yeah, it's the same time. No, it doesn't seem like it's the same time for me here. Like an hour earlier. It's like 1 hour earlier. Cool. It is what it is. Time to end. I need to hit the bed and sleep because I'm tired. So thank you all for watching. And yeah, and Andres, I have him to well, Andres will bang a goal and we'll be happy. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all for the deadline stream on Game Week 12. So peace out, everyone. Enjoy your weekends and have fun. Time clashes a bit. Yeah, true. Alright, I'll be watching El Clasico and then I'll switch to Liverpool versus City. Cool. See you all. Good night.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette.